Michael Owen's Premier League predictions including Arsenal, Manchester United and Chelsea. Michael Owen has made his predictions for the festive round of Premier League fixtures, which include Arsenal's trip to Norwich City, Manchester United's clash against Newcastle United, and Chelsea's match against Aston Villa. The Gunners head into the game having won each of their last 4 matches in all competitions, including impressive victories over Leeds United and West Ham United. Mikel Arteta's side currently find themselves in 4th place in the league table, with 32 points from their opening 18 games, 4 points above 5th-placed West Ham, who have played a game less. Meanwhile, bottom of the table Norwich are in desperate need of a win if they want to keep up with their relegation rivals, having failed to win any of their last 5 top-flight fixtures. Manchester United will be playing for the first time in over 2 weeks when they head to St James Park after the Red Devils had to postpone their games against Brentford and Brighton due to a COVID-19 outbreak with the camp. United are yet to lose under new interim boss Ralph Rangnick and have almost a fully fit squad to choose from, with Paul Pogba the only player expected to be unavailable. Much like Norwich, Eddie Howe's Newcastle side are also in desperate need of 3 points after conceding 11 goals in their last 3 matches against Leicester City, Liverpool and Manchester City. The Magpies currently occupy 19th place in the table and have only won 1 of their 19 games so far this campaign. Chelsea have won just 1 of their last 4 Premier League matches, with their recent form seeing them drop from 1st in the table to 3rd behind City and Liverpool. The Blues have had a string of injury and COVID-19 problems, with the likes of Romelu Lukaku, N'Golo Kante, Ben Chilwell, Mateo Kovacic and Kai Havertz all missing at least 1 game during that poor run. They take on Villa, who have revitalized themselves under new boss Steven Gerrard, guiding the Villains to 4 wins in his opening 6 games in charge. Elsewhere, league leaders Manchester City taken on Leicester City, Brighton welcome Brentford, and West Ham host Southampton. Liverpool vs Leeds, Wolves vs Watford and Burnley vs Everton have already been postponed due to COVID-19. Owen believes that United will have too much quality for Newcastle, while he also predicted the remaining fixtures for BetVictor. West Ham have also had a short break in the Premier League and recently had a couple of disappointing results, most notably the defeat to Arsenal, where they didn't really turn up. Still, they are in the top 4 race and a week or so off should recharge the batteries. Southampton haven't won since the start of November and the mood around the squad can't be good. They've blown leads to Leicester, Brighton and Crystal Palace in that time, and the pressure is mounting. They are well coached and always stay in games, but I've worried about the quality in this side all season. I can see West Ham getting back to winning ways here. Prediction: West Ham United 2-1 Southampton. Slowly but surely, Antonio Conte is putting his stamp on the Spurs side. They look more organized already and the whole atmosphere around the club seems better. There's more energy and optimism, and he's given the place a real lift. Crystal Palace are having a good season, and Patrick Vieira will be pretty happy with the start his side has made. With a huge clash to come against Norwich next week, could they take their eye off this one? This looks like a routine win for Spurs. They haven't been scoring many, but they'll have more than enough here. Prediction: Tottenham Hotspur 2-0 Crystal Palace. After a good start to his tenure, Dean Smith has seen his side struggle in their last few games. The one positive I suppose is that this is the last of the harder games for him. Norwich's next few after this are more winnable and will go a long way in determining their future. Arsenal continue to get better and better and are possibly the ones to beat for that 4th spot. Every time I watch them it's the youngsters who take my eye, Saka, Smith Rowe and Odegaard. I also really like what I'm seeing from Martinelli in recent weeks. He's got great energy, his movement is fantastic, and he seems to have a knack for scoring goals. Trust me, you can't buy that. Gabriel Martinelli has been in scintillating form in recent weeks. Picture: Getty. This should be comfortable for Arsenal. Prediction: Norwich 0-2 Arsenal. It looks like Man City are taking control of this title race to me. Liverpool will look to keep pace with them, but the form that City are in, they'll take some stopping. Defensively they look so solid, mainly because teams just don't get the ball against them. The likes of Joao Cancelo and Rodri just get better and better every time I watch them, and De Bruyne looks like he's getting back in form. Things aren't quite right with Leicester at the minute. They've been inconsistent all season, but to be fair, they've been desperately unlucky with injuries. They were superb in that 4-0 win over Newcastle in their last, but how will they perform here? I can only this going one way. Leicester might nick a goal, but City will win. Prediction: Manchester City 4-1 Leicester City. I'm delighted to see Steven Gerrard do so well at Villa. He's a huge presence and a big character, He looks to have galvanized Villa. The likes of Watkins and McGinn are beginning to find their form again since he took charge. Villa aren't far off the top 8 and I wouldn't rule them out for that. Chelsea are in their worst form of the season and possibly since Thomas Tuchel took charge. Thomas Tuchel's side need a win against Villa if they want to keep up in the title race. Picture, Getty. With just one win in their last 4, they find themselves 6 points off Man City, which even at this stage of the season is a big hurdle. More dropped points for Chelsea will make it difficult to win the league. I can see this Villa side frustrating them and getting a point. Prediction: Aston Villa 1-1 Chelsea. After such a promising start, Brighton are now without a league win since the middle of September. There's only been a few defeats in that time, but they can't keep drawing games. I think Graham Potter is an excellent coach, and he organizes them brilliantly at the back, but they are beginning to resemble Brighton of last season. Last season, too many draws almost got them relegated. They are in a good position now, but it's still a concern. 4 points from their last 2 games has given Brentford some breathing space after a difficult run of fixtures. Considering the high-pressing style they play, a rest for a couple of weeks will have done what is a relatively small squad some good. I'm not expecting a classic here, that's for sure. I think Brighton will finally get back to winning ways with a 1-0 win. Prediction: Brighton 1-0 Brentford. This is one of my favorite fixtures and St James Park will be noisy for this one. Newcastle continue to struggle, mainly at the back. I've said all season that I don't worry about the goals in this side. Callum Wilson is a natural goal scorer, but they need to improve defensively. They've been in a difficult run of fixtures though, and things will get easier from now. I'm very interested to see how Man United perform. There's been some signs of change from the new boss in terms of pressing and how he wants them to play. Newcastle have conceded 11 goals in their last 3 Premier League matches. Picture, Getty. He's had some time with the squad to get more of his ideas across, and it will be fascinating to see how they play. With the home fans behind them, I can see Newcastle scoring. I don't trust them at the back, though, and United will score a couple of their own. Prediction: Newcastle 1-2 Manchester United more Chelsea. Manchester United and Arsenal injury and COVID-19 updates ahead of Boxing Day fixtures. More Thomas Tuchel drops major hint over Conor Gallagher's Chelsea future. For more stories like this, check our sport page. Follow Metro Sport for the latest news on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram.